good Sunday morning, everyone. How y'all doing?
Hello.
So, Sunday morning, obviously, it's Veterans Day weekend. So I want to give a shout out to all the veterans out there. Ken, Paulie, thank you for your service.
Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you, God.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, brother, for your service.
Right on.
Definitely.
So, before we get started, I got some big news. We picked up a new Patreon member, Joey V. He's a big supporter of the show. I just want to give a shout out to you, Joey. Thank you very much for your support. We appreciate it. And all of our Patreon members, we appreciate you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys supporting us, we couldn't do what we do, sit here and act like we know anything about sports when we really don't. But it's for a good cause. We sit here and we talk. We try to generate some money, and then we send veterans, first responders to sporting events, and we really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Speaking of support, we have a message from our sponsor, Charlie.
What is going on, guys? It's your man Charlie right here from Single Tree Barbecue. Did you know we are on a mission to build community through undeniable hospitality and the perfect plate of barbecue? Y'all come check us out, 2805 Old Fort Parkway, right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 8, Sundays from 11 to 4. Give us a call at 615-307-0120. You can check us out on all the social platforms at Single Tree BBQ. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you. Appreciate all the support.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And if you're listening and you want to help out, there's plenty of links. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. There's plenty of links in the description. Just jump down there and click on a link. Help us out. But speaking of Veterans Day, I want to, and it's NFL Sunday, so go Lions.
Go Chargers.
John.
Go Steelers. Beat the
So,
Packers.
Speaking of the Steelers, there's a special individual I want to give a shout out to. Being Veterans Day weekend, Rocky Bleier. He's a 4-time Super Bowl champ with the legendary Pittsburgh Steelers in the 70s. In 1976, both him and Franco Harris rushed for 1,000 yards. The only time this was ever accomplished, besides the time Mercury Morris and Larry Zonka were the first ones to do it in 72. Rocky Bleier caught the go-ahead touchdown in the Super Bowl. And after his rookie season, he was drafted into the Army, where he volunteered to go to Vietnam. So he went to Vietnam, and he was hit a couple times, earned a Purple Heart, Bronze Star, and his doctor told him he would never play football again. Well, he wasn't taking no for an answer, so he went back to, after he got his honorable discharge, he went back to Pittsburgh and tried back out for the team. He got cut a couple times, but his tenacity, he kept going at it, and he finally made it back to the team. And then he started for 5 or 6 years, and earned 4 Super Bowl rings doing that. So that just shows the tenacity of the American fighting man. We appreciate men and women like him, and he's a great inspiration to us. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you, all of our veterans out there. We really appreciate you guys.
Fleek, where did he go to college?
Oh, wait, why you up call me out like that? Where'd he go? Oh,
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Right on.
There you go.
I knew you knew if you were asking.
Yeah, I should not. Well, I thought he was going to set me up and say Ohio or something like that. After I've
Ohio
been
State.
in Ohio.
Oh, that would have taken the show in another land.
Yeah, we don't got time for that rant today.
Yeah.
It's a different podcast.
So, I just want to give everybody a shout out that served our country. We appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys, we couldn't do what we do here to live in a free land. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Being an American is a great privilege, So it's amazing. Thank you. So, Eric, where do we want to start at today?
Do you guys want to talk about baseball for a minute? How about those Cubs, Paul? What are they doing?
Hey, you know what? They're stepping up, and I hate to see Grandpa leave, but what's crazy about that, Eric, is we recruited our basically enemy across the border, Council, the manager for the Brewers, to come over to the Cubs and take over for Grandpa Rossi to be our manager next year. They spent some money. They spent 5 years, $40 million a year something like that. I mean, they put some money into it. So we're in Chicago looking at maybe Ohtani's next. They're willing to open up the wallet. We'll see, Eric.
Yeah, and that seems like that signing happened in the dead of night. You know, you wake up on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and Consol's the manager, and Ross is out.
I'll tell you what, my family in Wisconsin didn't even know it. I had to call them. That's how quick that happened. Because Consol was looking at the Mets to go to the Mets as a manager, and the Cubs came in. And so the Milwaukee Brewers Cubs games this year are going to be very interesting. I can't think of any other. The only other thing I could think of in sports would have been like a Ditka going to coach the Green Bay Packers, as far as as far as just going to the enemy, the other side. But yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. And then also Bellinger and Stroman opted out of their contracts. So,
yep.
Are the Cubs going after Ohtani? That's the other question I have.
The rumors have it we're a strong contender in trying to get Ohtani. So we'll see. Definitely would like to keep Stroman and Bellinger, obviously, but we'll see. We'll see how this is going to unfold.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just an odd week for the Cubs. Very odd week.
Yeah.
It's odd because they open up their wallet. I mean, Wrigleyville and outside of the stadium is an attraction in itself. These people that own the Cubs, they, Ricketts, they could do whatever they want and they make money. So whatever. But
yeah, I mean, Wrigley itself puts the butts in the seat.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what they're going to do, and hate to see Rossi go. He was the oldest baseball player in World Series history, World Series championship baseball. He's the oldest one to ever hit a home run in the World Series, and we loved him in Chicago. But maybe perhaps he was a better player than a coach. We'll see.
I mean, he got it done for you guys in 2016, though. I mean,
yeah, he hit that home run, and he's the oldest player to do it in a World Series, and
legend.
Yeah.
Did he leave on his own free will, or did they fire him?
They asked him to go. They brought in Counsell, the manager from the Brewers, and pretty much, I think it was a shock to Rossi as well. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he was on the hot seat. I don't think he saw it coming. I think he just woke up that next morning and wasn't the manager.
Yeah. So it was a little shocking.
Happens.
Oh, yeah.
It's a business.
It's definitely a business. It's a big business. Yeah. billions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, frankly, you're just waiting to be fired every day when you're a manager or a coach of a team.
Yeah. But look at the Raiders. If you want to talk about money, what they Daniels and what's his name? Chucky. They're still getting paid by the Raiders for their coaching days. They're still getting paid millions of dollars, and they're not even coaching anymore. I don't know. It's crazy business, actually. I'd like to get in on it. Anybody looking at NFL out there for a guy?
I can coach an NFL team to a 1-win season.
I don't know. I mean, heck, look at what Michigan did. They won yesterday without Harbaugh.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, they won.
Yeah, you guys want to segue into that? That's a wild story.
Go ahead, somebody.
Jason. I don't have anything to say. We let the numbers do the talking. Okay.
Hey, you know what, Jason? Though that running back that you guys have, did you see that interview after game? That dude looked like a football player. He had a freaking Band-Aid hair. He had blood coming down the cheek. He looked like a wrestler from WrestleMania or something.
Yeah.
This guy was a football player.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said in my column, I think the Big Ten woke up a giant.
We had it was like we didn't throw the ball after at all the second half or something like that.
We got an audience member. Alex said, "Fire Harbaugh."
No, it says
free
free.
Harbaugh.
Free.
Free.
Put your glasses on.
Sorry, Alex. I mean, free Harbaugh. I'm sorry, buddy.
There you go, P-Paul.
We're gonna send you a T-shirt from this up.
He's saying no throws in the second half.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't even have to
Yeah,
throw
that was
the
a
ball at all in the
statement.
second half.
That was a statement.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, old school ball's right. And that running back,
Yeah.
like I said, I gotta love him. I don't even know his name. I just
Blake
know he had
Corum.
that Band-Aid right
Corum?
here with blood coming down his cheek.
Blake Corum.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I
He
tell
was
you
a
what,
Heisman
man,
favorite last year.
this
Was
is
he?
going to
Yeah.
this is going to set up one hell of a Michigan-Ohio State game here in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Well, they have to survive Maryland next week. That's not a gimme game. If you overlook Maryland, they'll punch you in the mouth. But I don't
Yeah.
think they will. I think they're going out to make statements for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what? I know Harbaugh. He's suspended, or he's not really. Oh, it's so weird. He's allowed to be there during the week, but just not on Saturdays. But they said 3 games. What about the if they make the playoffs? Is he going to be allowed to coach then, or is it just the regular finish up the regular
I think
season?
it's just the regular season from what I've read.
Yeah,
So
that's
the Big
all
Ten
I've seen.
championship, he'll be able to coach if they make it past the next 2 games. Right on.
Yeah.
I saw
I'm not-
something that said they need to sit out.
I'm
As a
not
big-
sure what Jason. I'm not sure what Harbaugh had involved with that. As we were talking yesterday, he's the head coach, and stuff that happens on his watch, whether he's there or not, 24/7, he's responsible for. So
Right.
I'm not saying that I can't say anything other than what the the Big Ten did, but even if he wasn't involved with it directly, one of his henchmen underneath him did something to cause this. So it
Exactly.
comes down to the head coach.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at Joe Paterno with the whole Sandusky thing. Did he have an idea? I'm not sure, but he got his statues down now. He's erased
Yeah.
from
That's
Penn
crazy.
State.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was pretty crazy.
not comparing this to that because there's no,
No.
comparison, but it's
Yeah.
the same thing of a coach needs to know what's going on in his program / locker room.
Yeah, he's the skipper of the ship. He's
Yeah,
responsible.
I was just gonna say that, if something bad happened on a naval vessel, who's going down? The skipper.
The skipper out there, folks, is what we call the commanding officer in the Navy. He's in charge of the ship and everybody on board. Just
Yeah,
so you get that
basically
out
the
there.
coach.
Just got to
Thanks for
explain.
breaking that down there, Paulie.
Hey, I want my audience to understand what we're saying when we go to the Navy slang.
Yeah, I'm just looking up at our audience right now. Now we're at double figures right now. So
Thank you, everyone.
Well, good
Let's-
morning,
let's-
everybody.
let's grow this thing. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe to the Facebook or the YouTube channel too while you're at it. That's where what we really need to build out is the YouTube channel. I don't really get any analytics from Facebook, but if I do get analytics from YouTube, and it helps out, so just throw that in there.
How about
Okay.
Colorado, Fleekster?
Oh man, what did I tell you guys? Hey, I'll flash, man. Like, leave the flash at home. Go play the damn game.
John. John likes to flash.
It's fun to
Everybody
watch.
likes flash.
It's fun to watch. I do like it.
Flash doesn't win the
It
game,
would
though.
be more fun if they were winning, though. I agree with Richard. 100%.
Yeah, they're losers.
It's kind of like a background story now because you're just like, oh, they don't really mean anything, but they're fun to watch. I enjoy it. I hope that they get better, but
Yeah,
Well,
I saw a picture on Instagram just a couple of days ago. There was a boot on Shakir's Rolls Royce. I don't know if that was
I saw
Photoshop or
that.
anything, but I was like, oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
It was on
I can
campus.
imagine that's a tough conversation with whoever booted that car.
On campus.
Yeah, I mean, do you really? You don't really put a boot on a Rolls Royce. Tough.
So
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, I got to eat my words, man. I was all in on Colorado
Oh, me too,
beginning
man.
of the year.
Me too. I thought they would at least make a bowl game.
I still think
But
Prime will
it's a
get those
schedule.
5-star recruits coming out of high school this year to go to
I hope
his
so.
program.
I mean, they had a tough
Yeah.
schedule too. So
We have a comment about due process for Harbaugh. That whole thing is weird, man. Like I don't know, the Big Ten jump guns to try to save face. I have no idea what the hell's going on up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's not. I don't know. People are making the argument it's not
What's the
enough
worst
evidence
case
to really
scenario?
make a suspension, but it's a lot different for a conference. Obviously the Big Ten's a lot different. Like they're trying to avoid all the heat they possibly can from all of college football fans. So
Right.
I agree, obviously, as a Michigan fan, but I don't want to come across as biased. But
Well, I got to believe they had something concrete to go on, that Big Ten.
Yeah.
Because of the liability and all that. But there's a due process. In investigations, we call it items of proof, and that's how we substantiate one way or the other. And items of proof in investigation, they must have something for the Big Ten to act like that to make a decision.
That's what I was thinking. They have to have something, like they know something that we don't know. You're not just going to suspend somebody for that.
Why still hold it though?
Why
not bring it out if they're going to suspend him?
I don't know.
Suspended him for these games. Here's why X, Y, Z.
I would think because maybe perhaps
for sure.
Defamation of character. If Harbaugh honestly had no knowledge of it, but they're going to hold him to the standard of, well, you're the coach and all that, but he could maybe spin that around and create a lawsuit against Michigan. Who knows?
So I'm not a Michigan fan. I'm a Notre Dame fan, obviously, but it seems awful witch hunty to me.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, it does.
Here in Michigan on local sports talk radio, they were saying Michigan's lawyering up with this big firm, Washington D.C. firm, and they're going to go after the Big Ten. So this isn't done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also heard that.
Well, there you go. Yep. Let the cases be filed and the lawsuits roll.
Yeah, it's just muddying up a historic season for Michigan, and that's the shame of it all.
Yeah. So what if
these
Michigan
kids are out here playing their ass off, and
for real,
it has nothing to do with them.
So what happens if they run the table and they win a national championship this year? Is there going to be an asterisk on this season?
I don't know. The Astros cheated, and they still got to keep theirs.
Don't get John started.
Don't.
What if they run the table and don't get selected to the playoff committee?
I would never watch college football ever.
That's a possibility. That's a possibility. That is a selected.
I would never watch football on a Saturday again.
Eric, if they do that,
then
the NCAA is going to have to come out with some sort of.
There's got to be something.
Yeah, they're going to show some results of what they found, because the NCAA would get. They know better than that. If they're going to make that kind of ruling on a team that's undefeated with that powerhouse that Michigan is right now, and they say they can't go to the playoffs, they better show the public what they know, because otherwise. Yeah, it better be good, because there will be a mutiny against the NCAA.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just speaking in worst case scenario. Like, I hope that doesn't happen, because it's terrible for the game. But I mean, I can see it in a alternate universe that happened.
Like they did anything that bad? Like, especially,
I agree, but
compared to like the Astros, who did things very bad and still are. Like, it's just
still are.
I mean, didn't the Astros steal signs too? Like, isn't it the same thing? It's just sign stealing.
In baseball, I feel like it's a little bit more.
If you know what pitches come in, it's.
I mean, you still got to hit it. You still got to hit it.
Yeah, but if you're guessing between
at that point.
Yeah, if you're guessing between a slider and a fastball, whereas either a slider or a fastball is for sure coming, it's
100% agree.
A lot different.
I mean, you could still miss it, but like your chances go up way more than if you know a football play.
Well, we get some audience replies talking about the case for University of Michigan going to Supreme Court. Alex said if they went undefeated and beat number 1 Ohio State, the NCAA would be official hot garbage. Yeah.
Yes.
Can't argue.
I think they already are official hot garbage.
All right, so Mr. Ken.
Hey, good.
Can you wrap up the NASCAR season for us, buddy?
Yeah, NASCAR ended its 75th year season with a championship, a retirement that went very honorable, and a different issue. So for the first time in about 10 years, the elimination playoff format that they have, the 4 champions who were entered into the championship, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, William Byron, and Christopher Bell, all vied during Phoenix. Christopher Bell fell out when he broke a rotor on his vehicle. He was running a very strong vehicle until that happened, but for the first time, the champion failed to win the race. It didn't matter because he had the points he had in the running for it. But Ross Chastain won the race overall. Ryan Blaney, number 12, ended up winning the championship for the year. And the first time for Ryan Blaney, he was running second, trying to beat Ross Chastain, came to the line. And so we also retired a very good, fantastic racer, Kevin Harvick. As you guys know, Kevin Harvick took place of Dale Earnhardt in 2001 after he died at Daytona at the beginning of the year. And he ran a very, very good seasons in his life, driving behind the wheel. He is planning to go, sit back behind the microphone now and talk about NASCAR during the races. First race has already been set for next year. We have the Clash in LA, which is just sort of a, let's give LA a chance to take a look at how these race cars race. And then that's in 99 days. And then we wait 2 weeks and the official 76th year starts. So it's going to be a little bit different again. Sounds like Chevy is going to be giving up the Camaro after the 2024 season. So we're trying to, there's still odds on what vehicle they're going to pull in. Ford is talking about a new vehicle to take place of the Mustang. And even Toyota is trying to bring in their newer Camry, which they say is going to be newer, faster, and different. But that'll be in the 2025 year. So we'll see what happens with those next-gen cars. Other than that, we had a great year, actually a full season this year. And go Kyle Larson. I think he's got a chance to finish it out next year. So we'll see what happens. That's pretty much what I've got.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ken,
Yeah,
for
thanks,
that
Ken.
breakdown,
That was really good.
that summary.
Yes. I always thought it strange that the NASCAR has their Super Bowl granddaddy the first race of the year instead of the last race.
Yeah.
A lot of that goes back to when NASCAR started. They started in Daytona. And they've always had, that's when all of the racers always went to Daytona, and that was why they started. Then they have their All-Star, which is always in Charlotte, at their super speedway there. So, it is odd that they have their big one at Daytona, but they're doing that out of tradition.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. The story behind NASCAR is very interesting how it started. It was a bunch of moonshiners running from the law.
Yep.
Like Smokey and the Bandit type stuff.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. You got to appreciate that. So back to college football for a second. The Georgia Bulldogs, are we going to lose again?
Yes.
Yeah, in the playoffs.
Eventually.
In the playoffs.
Mhm.
Are they that
I think-
strong? I mean, their schedule is not that strong this year.
Well, they
Probably
play
the weakest
Alabama.
schedule.
They play Alabama next week, right? In Georgia versus Georgia, don't they? For the
I don't think they played Alabama. It's very
Just
rare that they play.
in the SEC championship, I think.
yes
Play it.
next week. So that's going to be a good one.
No, I don't think it's
That's
next
not
week.
next week.
Paul.
All right.
So-
Oh no, it's December 2nd. Sorry.
Yeah, and they'd both have to line up.
Georgia's playing UT next week,
All right.
or Tennessee. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that should.
I believe Michigan beats Georgia.
All right.
It's,
I think Michigan beats Georgia. I think Washington has a shot against Georgia.
Well, I think Tennessee's going to get rolled over next week. I hate to say that because I like the Vols, but they're going to get
Oh,
rolled
yeah.
over.
Next week.
and I think Missouri needs a lot of credit because they stepped up to Georgia too, and then
Yeah.
just made Tennessee look like a
Yeah.
bunch of fools.
That Missouri running back had a heck of a game yesterday too. He had like
That's,
116 yards catching and over 200 rushing.
what is going on with Tennessee, man? That team is this school's hot garbage.
I don't know. I don't know.
They
what's
lost
going on.
Hooker. They
It's
lost
special.
Hooker.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they probably.
Where did Hooker go?
Hines, baby.
Is he ever going
Hopefully
to play?
Yeah, hopefully we never see him play though.
He's still
Yeah, not for a
recovering from
while.
ACL.
ACL.
He's still recovering.
He's
Yeah.
got a good arm, guys. I watched him when
Yeah.
my son was going there. We went to a couple games. We watched him. He's got a heck of an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. All right, so the Colts are playing the Pats in Germany right now. Colts are up 7-3, at least last time I looked. So
Still, yeah, the Patriots just punted
that
the ball
score's
back.
wrong, don't yell at me.
Looking forward to our visit to Detroit next week, Fleek, to take some vets to first responder and a vet to a game.
Yeah,
We're excited to have you. We're excited to have you.
So with that being said, there's not going to be an official show next week because myself, Paulie, and Eric will be at the game bright and early. But look out for some live Facebook posts and stuff like that from us down there.
Yeah, we're taking a first responder, Ironman Jim Blaze, retired Howard Heights, Chicago, Illinois cop, and then Jason Connor, Army vet.
Jason Connor is a combat veteran, Army veteran, and then myself and Paulie were both in the Navy, so be 3 veterans and a first responder. And Eric and his brother is going to host us down there, so we're looking forward to it.
Can't wait to have you guys.
Looking forward to some Detroit food, whatever that might be, Eric.
So Eric, if you're interested, you and your brother are interested, I'm thinking about taking the guys to Greektown afterwards and getting some lamb chops if you're up to it.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to see what's going on, but we can probably make that work.
Yeah, we're probably going to go to Pegasus or something.
Got to get a coney dog too, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
We got to figure out how. I think maybe if we roll in early enough on Saturday, we'll get the coney dog. But on Sunday, we'll spend the entire day down around the stadium.
Won't they sell them at the stadium? Isn't that?
You got to get a legit
No,
one. Man.
yeah, those aren't the same.
We
That's
got to
the
go get a real one.
botulism dogs. They got the botulism dogs at the stadium.
Botulism.
Yeah, I'm not going to get you one of those because you're going to talk shit about Chicago dogs against Detroit dogs, man. And I'm pulling out the A game, bro.
All right, bring it on. Hey, you know what? I appreciate good food no matter where it's from.
Yeah, that's one thing I do miss about Detroit and living in here, Middle Tennessee now is the food, not just the restaurants, but the stores and the bakeries. You know, cities like Detroit and Chicago, that stuff is unmatched. You come down here in Middle Tennessee, you can't even find a bakery, man.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, wait till you boys try these donuts on Sunday from the best bakery in Michigan, Dom's in Ypsilanti.
Hell yeah,
I'll hook them up.
I'm going to say the best pizza in Middle Tennessee is at Jonathan's. It's the Cajun pizza where Jason works. I love that Cajun pizza.
It's all right.
For me, I'm trying to find like a needle in a haystack here with good pizza. I mean, coming out of Chicago, we got
to look for that Chicago restaurant that's in Smyrna.
Yes.
Maybe after football season, we'll venture out that way.
Smyrna on live TV, bro.
Smyrna.
We're live on the Facebook.
Smyrna.
Yep, still 7-3.
Yeah.
All right. I was going to bring up the Pistons, man.
They're on a 7-game losing streak. I don't want to talk about it.
Man, it's so.
Shut down. Boom.
I can't wait for Detroit sports to get back on the map. The Lions can't do it all by themselves because I feel like
the Wings.
I don't
the Wings are there.
Wings are doing it.
The Wings are there.
Yeah, we'll see.
And we got Connor Bedard in Chicago, number 98, that rookie, 18 years old. This guy's breaking historical Chicago Blackhawk records right now.
The Pistons rookie is
it's amazing.
Top rookie in the league.
What's that, Jim?
Yeah.
The Pistons rookie is like one of the top rookies in the league. They'll be all right. They're young still.
We have a very young team. The coach is on his first year. We have a lot that needs to fall into place. So
some pizza and
Pizzapopolis in Greektown.
Yeah, Pizzapopolis is nice. I like that place.
Where? What Greektown?
It's in Greektown.
It's in Detroit.
Oh, Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're gonna be hanging out in Greektown. There's a kick-ass casino that we might drop into.
All right.
Yeah, we have full days events coming down. Pretty excited about it.
Yeah, we'll be
get our
showing
pictures
some
taken with
videos.
the Barry Sanders statue.
Yeah, I saw that on Friday when I went to Metallica. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick from the photos from the fellas that we've been sending down there. They always, every single person that I've sent down for the game, they have always taken pictures in front of that statue.
Why wouldn't you?
And it's funny. It's funny too
Yeah.
how transcendent Barry Sanders is. Like some of these metalheads that I can guarantee you do not watch football. We're
Know
taking
who he
pictures with the Barry Sanders statue.
Yeah.
When we're there, Eric, we'll do another video like we did at Wrigley when we took your brother there.
Yeah.
We'll do it from the Detroit game. We'll do something live for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we'll look out for some live videos, but it'll be not a standard show next Sunday.
Speaking of that, let's talk about the Lions game, John.
I'm down.
This week. What you got for us?
It's
4:00 game Eastern, 3:00
I'm
game
excited.
Central.
I think we've been playing well. I think we're at least ready to compete, but we'll see. Detroit's good, so it's going to
That's
be
it?
tough.
Yeah,
That's
that
all
was
we
pretty
get.
hesitant there with that.
That's it, John?
It's a
That's
wait and
it.
see with the Chargers, man. It's a wait and see. We can come out in the first quarter and be turning off the game after that. So
Well, let me
it's
do
tough.
one on the Steelers and
We
the
got-
Packers.
We got Eckler back. He's good. We're ready. We're ready for you guys.
Well, I say
we're at home.
Steelers beat
That's
the
all I'll say.
Packers today. Damn it. Darn
Yeah, I
it.
don't see why they wouldn't. They're at home too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down with you,
Yeah,
cheeseheads.
Packers suck.
Yeah,
Packers
bull,
suck.
Packers do
bull
suck.
Packers, cheeseheads.
No, the Titans also suck. I'm so disappointed in that.
Yeah, Titans are not. They're like watching the Bears or the Panthers right now.
I'm glad we're starting Levis though. I say we, but
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's.
speaking of that, another snooze fest on Thursday night. Like, how come they can't get that game right? It's prime time. It should be like
that one's
like
like
your
they weren't
poster
even
child.
trying with that game.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I could have
Yeah.
told you 3 seasons ago that would have been a terrible game.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I'm just
But Bears
All-
got the win.
every single Thursday game is a crap fest.
Every last one of them.
I don't
Every
think
single
the people
one.
at Amazon know how to pick a football game. If anybody is up to picking a game at Amazon, they are not good at it.
Do you guys think it may be the teams don't want to do the Thursday night games and they're saying no?
How many times
Probably.
have the Chiefs played Thursday night this year? There's your
once, I
thing.
think
Once.
Yeah, once.
the
Well,
first game of the
that's not
season.
Oh,
That
so they
one-
got it
that
out of
one's
the
a
way, and they
predictable.
probably won't play another one. So you're probably right, Eric.
That first Thursday night game is always the Super Bowl winner, though. So I don't think
They play Monday night next week.
the Chiefs had a.
It's just like last year, fellas. The Thursday night football is a snooze fest. I mean, nobody's interested. They put, I mean, I love my Bears, but they're terrible, and they're playing the
Thanksgiving games are
Panthers.
on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's
We'll have
different, though. That's different. And
That's
those are not on Amazon Prime either. They're on the regular stations. So I don't know.
Yes. So also before we go, I just want to remind everybody tonight on TSP, in 1989, the gun turret blew up on the USS Iowa. I have a sailor that was there. It was in the opposite turret, and he tells a story, and it's pretty fascinating. So tune in tonight. Paulie, I almost forgot your rant. You got a rant
That's
today,
right.
there, buddy?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
All right. All right, let's see what we
Alabama,
got.
I'm sorry, guys. You know what I got? I got a rant about Alabama fans. You know what, people? Get rid of your stupid minds on Facebook and have some damn class. Good morning, everybody out there. I hope you had your muffin and your coffee. Today, I'm going to tell you about a love story. Yes. I'm going to show you the kinder, gentler side of me. Okay? The title of the story is this: the story of Dum Dum number 1 and Dum Dum number 2. Okay? So let me set the stage for you. Utah is playing Washington yesterday. Linebacker, they're in the game. The quarterback for Utah throws an interception. The ball's picked off by Alonzo Tupatolala. And on the way to the end zone, he intentionally drops the ball thinking he's in the end zone. All right, that's Dum Dum number 1. Then Dum Dum number 2, who is following him, he runs right past the ball to go get reunited with his teammate to show his love. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So, I got to play a little music.
Copyright.
So they reunite in the end zone. They celebrate. In the meantime, the ball is on the 1 yard line. Utah recovers it. The play was ruled a fumble. All right. So then what happens is now the defense, Washington has to go back out on the field. Linebacker Alfonso has to go back out there. Now he's got to stop Utah on their own 1 yard line. Well, what happened was the defense in Washington, they did stop Utah, and they actually got a safety out of it. And at the end of the day, Washington did win the game. But Alfonso, the goal line is right here. You got to put the ball over the goal line to count it as a touchdown. Dum-dum number 2, if you see the ball on the field and your freaking linebacker buddy, your hugs and kisses bud, drops the ball intentionally, pick up the ball and go to the end zone. I don't know how else to say it. I really don't. I mean, it was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen.
Well, it happens more often than you would think.
Especially we get one of these like every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it happens all the time. And you know what?
Sometimes it gets picked up and ran the other way, though.
Right, yeah.
Like,
why did anybody pick it up and run with it?
It was blatant, too. He was like a few yards in front of the goal line.
Dum-Dum number 2 couldn't wait to reunite with Dum-Dum number 1.
I would imagine they're going to do a lot of running next week.
Dum-Dum number 2? I would imagine that they're going to probably want to delete that little portion of the film. Anyways, there you go. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Go Bears. The Bears already played. Go Steelers. Beat the Packers. Put them down. 12 o'clock noon. And then go Detroit after that.
Hey, Paulie, if that would have happened in Paulie, if that would have happened in the Navy, the Master Chief would have invited you to the locker again.
Oh no! All right, everybody. In Navy terms, the locker.
I would have.
Yes, yeah. Well, I think you chased me on board the Theodore Roosevelt in 2003.
Twice.
Yes, twice he had to chase me down because in 2003 we were on the USS Theodore Roosevelt real quick, and Ken was the doc out there, and I was the aircraft maintenance chief. Well, every day we all had to get the chickenpox shots and the anthrax shots, so I waited to the very end, and he would always come to my counter and go, "Hey, Chief, need you to come down to medical and get your shots," and I didn't want to get those shots, but so I paused. I go, "I'm busy." Well, finally he had enough of it, and he goes. One day he saw me. He goes, "Come on down. I'm giving you the shots personally on board the ship." So I was like, man, he got me. He stabbed me, jabbed me, all that. A Navy locker, guys, is a term when a senior sailor is disciplining a junior sailor. It's a slang term to go out to the locker so that the senior sailor can bestow some wisdom on the junior sailor that might need a little attitude adjustment. Bestowed wisdom. I guess we call it wisdom, right? Isn't it like a one-way sign, no, Ken? Like it's a one-way conversation?
It's a one-way conversation. And we learn how to do that one-way conversation.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, Paulie. I actually I went up to the ready room with shots.
Oh, where the ready room is where the pilots hang out on board the carrier, guys.
Yeah.
So the doc is telling us that he had to go to where the pilots all hung out at to go get them their shots. And why was that, Ken? Same reason for me.
The skipper never came down to get his shot.
The skipper is the commanding officer of the ship. He is the president of the company. If he doesn't get the shot,
he's got to represent the entire squadron.
Yeah.
I went up to the carrier air wing boss and gave him his shot. He said he didn't have time to come down to medical.
So we all had to get our shots, folks, out there, just so you know, before we went into the combat zone in 2003 on the Roosevelt, the aircraft carrier. Every one of us on board the ship, which was 5,000 of us, we had to get our our smallpox and our anthrax shots before we can actually go in what we call the combat zone, which is close to where combat's going. We couldn't go into the combat zone until everybody on the ship had their shots, right, Ken?
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for the sea story, folks.
All right. Before we sign off, does anybody have anything to add? All right. Well, tune in at 3:00 Central Time for the Detroit Lions dismantling of the San Diego Chargers. San Diego, by the way,
Dismantling of their own season, you mean?
it means whale's vagina
Yeah.
In Spanish.
in Spanish.
Wow.
All right. Well, there we go.
All right, gents.
right,
Thanks
have a good
for
week,
joining us,
everybody.
Ken. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sticking around social media land. See you guys next Sunday at the from Ford Field.
Thanks, audience.
Go Blue.